Alright, I wanted to do a video about Speed Lee. The first thing to know is that, or any Lees in general, your jump C is your best jump in. It's very, very meaty. You can do it really high and it'll still hit someone. So from maybe that tip of that shift that falls, it will still hit them in the head. And it comes out really quick. And it's very active. You want to jump in with that whenever possible. And as for what to start your combos with, I recommend 4A, AA. That's about it. I know people say you should try to do combos of crouching C as a starter. I'll talk about that later. You can also use crouching B if you want to get into the sweeps. But for now, I would say that, you know, Lee's pretty scary. If you run up with them and you just start doing that, there's very little they can do. It's really fast. So they'll try to have to outpoke you, or they'll have to instantly start crouching down, like then down blocking. And that's the game of Lee. You try to do overheads, or you want to do lows, depending if they're standing or if they're crouching while blocking, to try to get in. So it's very easy for Lee to go into a low, so, or from a low to a high. That's an overhead right there. They can't block. They can't block that while crouching. And you can do it in many points in the combo, like... Oh, that's another thing. You can also go into your crouching A. And that actually chains into the sweeps. But it only seems to work if you use it after 4A, so 4A... So 4A, crouching A, sweep. You can do, I think, 1A into sweep, 2A into sweep, AA, B into sweep. Yeah, to do AA, B into sweep, you use crouching C instead of crouching B. Do you start the sweep? And of course, you can just go into overhead. From your standing B. It also links together, so you can actually get a combo going from that if they're not blocking. It's kind of a hard link to do for some reason. Sometimes I get it consistent, sometimes I don't. It's definitely not as hard as the other links. There you go. So the game plan is, I guess after your overhead, after that, I think your half circle, whatever this thing is, your half circle B, or half circle back B, and half circle forward B, is the best thing you can get after your overhead. Someone can prove me wrong. And as for our B and Bs, I think the only B and B you need to know is 4A, AA, into your standing B, into your crouching C 2 times. Now, if you do standing B into crouching C 2 times, you get the 2 sweeps. If you do it a third crouching C, you would knock them down. You don't want that. Instead, you want to cancel into Dragon Hammer or into your Fan of Flames. In Speed Lee, I think Fan of Flames actually does more damage than Dragon Hammer. It's not the case with EX mode or Power mode, where it would seem that Dragon Hammer does more damage than the Fan of Flames. So that would be your full B&B right there. You can get it with a jump in to get 130 damage, because the jump in does an extra 10 damage. What else is there something to know about? That's right, launchers. If you get the overhead launcher, or if you repel them while they're in the air, so you repel a jump in or something, and they stall in the air for a bit, most people would just do jumping C into Dragon Hammer, and that's fine. I mean, it does serviceable damage, but I think you can get a little more damage if you do a thing that I think only Speedly can do, and that is if you mash A plus C in the air, you get that. It looks the same as a jumping A, but the difference is that the mash A plus C version chains into itself. It's kind of interesting looking. You can get like 6 if you're really fast. But that would do considerably more damage, so if you ever do get the overhead launcher, you want to go into as many of these as possible before doing Dragon Hammer. There you go. And that's a lot of damage. That's also true for the repel, of course, but also if you get the launcher off of this. So now, usually people don't use that one because the damage is less than the other ones, but yeah, it makes them pretty much even if you do that. What's another thing to talk about? Alright, I guess I could talk about the interesting stuff. I told you about the A plus C. You can also use as a risky jump in. It's not as good as a jumping C because this one just has more reach. But if you jump in just right, you can get 3 of those out as opposed to just 1 of these. And that adds up. So it's like having 3 jump ins at once. So what you want to do is do 3 of those. And then go into your low. I'm really bad at this. I'm not good with links. That's why I play Speed Lee, but after that, instead of doing the standing B like in power mode, Speed Lee can go into double A. It's a 2-frame link. It's a little tighter than if you were just to do that, but you get really good damage off of it. It's gonna take me a bunch of tries to actually show this off, but 3 jump-ins. Oh, showing this off will be the death of me. You know, I should just practice that. Oh my god, I didn't get the extension, but as you can see, it all links together. Oh, I want to get this at least once on video. There we go. I didn't get all the hits with the Fan of Flames, but if you do, you get 175 damage. I don't know what it's about half-life. A little less. What else? Right. This is actually a link. You gotta jump in really high, but the shadowless kick actually links. So if you're in the corner, this is a thing you can do. I got it once. Yeah. Trying to get every hit of the Fan of Flames is a little tricky for me. There we go. But that's a corner exclusive. Of course, if you ever get a wall bounce from this, you can turn it into a little combo. Whoop. There we go. What else is there to talk about? I think that's about it. I think I covered everything. As for whether I think you should actually do those tight links, right? I don't think you need it. To be honest, the damage is serviceable just doing this, right? You don't have to kill yourself. Like, yes, to get like an extra 50 damage if you do the whole thing. And that's exclusively to the corner. That's the thing I forgot to mention. The chain thing I did with the Fan of Flames, this into this pushes them way too far for Fan of Flames to do all the hits at the very end of the combo. So if you were mid-screen or anywhere else, you would want to use Dragon Hammer instead. It does a little bit less damage. Oh my god. See, that would happen if you try to do Fan of Flames. I can't even get the link anymore. But you also want to only do 2 crouching Cs. The third one might push them too far for your AA to connect. Oh my god, I got it! There you go. So that would be the version of using Dragon Hammer. You would do that if you were not in the corner. Well, thank you for watching my video. I hope it's been eye-opening. But to be honest, just do the basic B&B. You don't have to do the extra 40-50 damage. Not worth it. Use your high-lows to mix them up. Yeah, and enjoy playing Lee.